Good morning. For the first time ever, this is my take 2. I didn't get started, so it doesn't really count, but as I began recording, I realized my alarm was still on and it was going to go off and just make everything a mess. So I quit and turned it off, but I was only about 5 seconds in. Anyways, good morning. I'm talking very quiet because my family is asleep across the hall. It is 5:22 in the morning now instead of 5:21, and I have to go to the office today and leave really early. So, really early. I have to leave by 6:30 solely to beat traffic because I live so far away and I live in such a trafficy place. If you don't leave before traffic starts, you will sit in traffic. And I do have to be there by 8:30, so I'd rather get there an hour early and sit and relax in my nice toasty car for a little bit, maybe take a little nappy, and then go in, then sit in traffic and be almost late. It's impossible to time once traffic starts. Like, you never know what's going to happen. I'll tell you, you're going to be there in an hour and 10 minutes when you leave, and then it'll be an hour and 13 minutes, and then an hour and 20 minutes, then an hour and 47 minutes before you even get to the highway. So I don't take no risks. Anywho, I got in-office team meeting this week, yesterday and today, so I am dolling up a little bit, at least looking like a presentable human being. Today I've got on this new pink sparkly shirt. It's got pink with gold glitter, and wouldn't you know, I have the perfect palette to go with this. That was not a factor in buying the shirt. I just really like the shirt. It's a little bit of a sweatery looking material, even though it is just a t-shirt. It's pretty thin. It's not super warm. It is super comfy, and it happens to match this eyeshadow palette that my husband got me perfectly, so we're gonna go with it. All right, I need a beautifully clean fluffy brush. Looks like we're gonna be using a magic wand brush today. Hello Kitty, who decided to come visit and open the door so that I have less sand protection. Anyways, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Whitney, and I do 20-minute makeup looks. I love bright, colorful makeup. I love wearing all different colors of eyeshadows, but I also like to make sure that they're wearable so that I can wear it out in public. And if people want to stare at me, they can. That is their prerogative. But I do try to make them wearable versus, you know, some things I personally would not want to be out in public with because of the attention they would draw. I don't do my makeup for others. I do my makeup for myself. And if I like it, I like it. If I don't, too bad. I'll wear it for the day. I'm not going to wash it off and start over. I'm starting with sort of a mauvey, dusty rose in my crease. I'm just blending. I'm definitely going to have pink and probably a little bit gold. There's a lot of shimmer in it. Want to be a spirited look today. This is day 2 of our team event, so it should be over fairly early. I'll be able to get in the car and beat the nighttime traffic home. We had a team dinner last night, so I was able to beat the traffic by leaving late, which was pretty nice. I had a normal drive home. I was able to take our local express lane, and it didn't cost me an arm and a leg, and I also got to drive in an express manner. But I have pretty poor night vision, so anytime I can remove myself from an environment where there's 800 other cars and their headlights in my face, I'm gonna do it. So I really like being able to take that express when I need to. I'm just going in with a little bit of a, I like to think of it as a dry chocolatey brown color. Like, it doesn't look like fresh chocolate. It looks like chocolate's a little old, been sitting out, it's a little dry, but it's a really good brown. Let's see, I think I'm gonna take some of this pinker color too, because why not? Why not wear every single color in this palette today? As part of our team building, of course, we're doing activities and stuff. Yesterday we went bowling. among other things. It was right at it on my shoulder blade, and it's just like right in a spot you can't reach it. I love bowling. I used to go bowling 3 or 4 days a week when I was in high school, which in fairness was a very long time ago. But since we moved down here, I have not been bowling a single time. And it made me really sad because I love bowling. And I got to go bowling yesterday. And I bowled the equivalent of 4 games. I bowled 2 with the group I was with, and then they were done. I was like, Kitty, damn it. Oh, he loves snagging new clothes, and he just stuck his claws in me. What a turd. Anyways, when they were done, I just pressed a new game and bowled for everyone and just bowled and bowled and bowled and bowled. Actually, it was pretty consistent, but I didn't have the energy to make it through 40 more frames. Well, actually, I made it through 6 times. I made it through 24 frames. I made it about halfway before I was like, yeah, I'm tired. I'm too old for this. I'm sorry, I'm talking while I try to decide what to do with the rest of this eye. It's kind of got a nice base. I don't really have anything on my lids, but there's only 3 mattes in this palette, which is actually a lot for a Pat McGrath palette, in my opinion. But everything else is shimmer, and I am trying to decide, should I lay down a base or should I just go with the shimmer? I think what I'm going to do is take this goldy color and try to get it on the inner corners, and then take maybe this really shimmery or pinky color, or maybe this one here, or this one. I don't know, they're all so pretty. But I definitely want to incorporate the gold. So I'm going to get a nice little tight brush. That's a smudger brush. That is not really what I want. Hashtag something. I don't know. This is something that came in an Ipsy. I'm just going to use this to pick up some of this gold. Got a nice little coating there. I'm just going to come here to this inner corner and brush it on. Oh, that's pretty. That's a pretty color. All right. I love Pat McGrath. It is like the biggest, it's the only thing I really splurge on, period, that is for me. And a lot of it I ask for my, birthdays, Christmases, stuff like that. And I've done really good. I haven't bought anything. I think the last thing I bought from Pat McGrath was the Star Wars collection. Maybe. I did get the, actually I don't even know if it was a holiday palette last year. The pink 78 count palette, whenever that came out. But I think the last thing I got was the Star Wars. So I've done really good about not like overindulging, but it's so good. If I had to have a complaint about it, it would be that there is not enough mattes. Like, I really like to do a good matte transition. Not a good, like, just, I like a nice transition. Kind of good. But I find that I have to go into another palette a lot in order to do that, because there's not always, like, what I would consider a workable transition color for my skin tone, which is very light. I decided to come in with this really shimmery metallic foil. Don't know if that showed up a lot, but it is really putting some shine on here. I did put a little bit of this pinky champagne shimmer on the outer half while I was talking. But yeah, I find myself going into like my OG Naked palette a lot, just for a nice neutral transition color. But this one has a lot of nice neutrals in it, so it's one of my favorites. My husband picked this one out for me for my birthday a few years ago, and I really like it. He picked good. I'm gonna have to go. I hear babies. Bye.